Exploding ATMs to attacks on drones to hostage situations, our military, along with law enforcement from around the world, are training to respond right in Oriskany. It's the 2022 Ravens Challenge, happening this week at the State Preparedness Training Center. That's where we find News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris.
Members of the U.S. military plus law enforcement from all over the world are training this week right at the State Preparedness Training Center in Oriskany for scenarios they hope never happen.
What we're trying to do always when we bring law enforcement teams here is we're trying to make their training as realistic as possible, because when you're in a high stress environment with a lot going on, it's important that your training has replicated that environment.
The center used to be able to accommodate 6 to 8 teams. Today, that number has risen to 18, and today specifically, there are 18 scenarios being played out for training purposes. One is the emergent problem of ATM attacks.
Their goal is to use explosives to get access to the cash. They're spending very little time on scene.
The trainers say there's no better place to train on how to handle this explosive and emergent problem.
It's the only place in the United States that I have found where we're doing realistic live fire joint training with federal, state, local, international partners to address the explosive attacks on ATMs.
Other scenarios today included hostage situations and attacks on drones.
Every year, the U.S. industry pushes the bounds of the technology, so you get better aircraft that perform to a higher standard, able to fly longer, higher, faster, and carry heavier payloads. And so people are able to exploit that capability to conduct bigger and better weaponized UAS attacks.
One of the most important things they'll do here today, make sure when the real thing happens, it's not the first time all of these state, local, federal law enforcement and military members work together to defuse it. Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.